Hello. Thank you for joining me today as we look at how to join a Google Meet using the Google Meet app instead of using Google Classroom. Most of the time, when a student joins their class, they will be going to Google Classroom, going into the class that they are meeting with that day, and clicking on a link that's at the top of their Google Classroom header. Sometimes, however, there may be teachers that work with the students outside of class or want to work with students in smaller groups. So those teachers may send the students either an email or a link or a code or a nickname. So what we're going to do today is we're going to look at what happens for the students when the teacher sends them that information for them to join them in Google Meet instead of using Google Classroom. Okay, so what you'll notice here is that we are at Infinite Campus. Infinite Campus, remember, is the tool that is used by the students to access all of their digital learning resources that are provided by the School District of Philadelphia. So in Infinite Campus, we are in the Message Center, and right now we're at the very top of the Message Center at our Student Launchpad. So what we're going to do is we're going to use our two fingers on the mouse pad and we're going to scroll down past all of our textbooks to our Google G Suite for Education area. Okay, so notice a couple of things that are here. Remember, this is how we get to Google Classroom, and this is where we're going to go to get to Google Meet. All right, so we're going to click on Google Meet. Now, if the teacher sends an email to the student, most likely what's going to be in the email is a link. And so all the student needs to do is click on the link, and that will take them directly into Google Meet, and they'll be able to join their class and work with their teacher. Sometimes, however, the teacher may share with them a code. So we're going to look at what that might be like. So when we come to Google Meet, one thing I want you to notice is this background. That's going to change every time you go to Google Meet. So if it looks different when you try this at home, don't stress about that. The important piece is this box right here. Okay, so we're going to type in a meeting code. And this is what a meeting code might look like. Okay, now one of the things I want you to notice is that it tells us you don't have to include the dash. So I'm actually going to come back and I'm going to get rid of that little line that I had put in between my letters. So if the student receives a code, they just have to type in those letters exactly as they are in the message from the teacher. Okay, so then we're going to click continue. Okay, and so we're going to turn off our camera and we're going to turn off our microphone, and here we are, we're ready to join this class. So we're going to click join now, and we would be in the class with the teacher ready to learn. Okay, so the other possibility is that a teacher may send a nickname. So I'm going to close this tab and we're going to come back here. And for example, a teacher has said, I want my students to meet me in this other room, and you're going to use the nickname Mrs. Barton to get to that room. Okay, so the students are going to go to Infinite Campus. They're going to click on Google Meet. They're going to use a meeting code. And this time, instead of using that code, they're just going to type in the nickname that our teacher gave us, which is Mrs. Barton. And then we're going to click continue. Okay, so notice that we have this little black box that showed up that says you are not allowed to start a meeting. All that this means is that the teacher has not unlocked the door yet for the students to be able to come in and join her for class. So on my computer that's off from your camera that you're looking at or from the screen that you're looking at, I'm going to go ahead and join this Google Meet as the teacher. So basically what I am doing is I'm unlocking the door and I'm making it possible for my students to join me. Okay, now from the student perspective, which is what you're seeing on your screen, we're going to keep trying, okay, until we can get in. So we're going to click use a meeting code. We're going to type our teacher's nickname again, which is Mrs. Barton. And we're going to click continue. And this time we have the option of joining now, and we didn't get that little black box. Okay, we also know that we're in the right place because we see the nickname here and we see that Mrs. Barton is in the call. Okay, now a couple of things about these nicknames. It may be the teacher's name, it may be the name of the class, it could be something else. It's completely up to the discretion of the teacher who creates the nickname. Okay, so for this example, I use my name as if I was the teacher, but it may not always look that way. All right, so just to refresh what we did today, we looked at Infinite Campus and we went to Google's G Suite for Education and we clicked on Google Meet. And from Google Meet, we clicked use a meeting code. And once we were there, we either entered a code that was given to us by the teacher or we entered the nickname that was given to us by the teacher. Remember, if you get a box that says you cannot enter the room yet, just be patient and keep trying. It just means that you're there a little earlier than the teacher. As soon as the teacher comes to the room and signs in, that's the same thing as her unlocking the door, and the students can come in to get ready and start their learning for the day. Thank you very much for joining me.